to introduce you to a couple people that are campaign volunteers. Karen Rubel.
Yeah. All right.
Nora Luna in the back there, and Nora helped organize it. My campaign manager and son, Aaron Fisher. And somebody who goes without needing an introduction, but my lovely wife, Carol Fisher. President and CEO of Nathan Adelson Hospice, and yesterday the winner of an award for Woman of Distinction from the National Association of Women Business Owners, and we're really proud.
Thank you, Gary, and thank you, Nan and Grandma Jane, for hosting us here in this wonderful spread in your wonderful home. If any of your artwork goes missing,
No, I already claimed. You're behind me.
Yeah, don't let him go wandering around. My name is Mike Ginsburg. I'm with the Progressive Leadership Alliance of Nevada. And we're a 16-year-old organization, a statewide coalition of progressive groups. We work on environmental, economic, racial, and gender justice issues in the state, and more recently on the national level. And we take on a lot of different issues, all progressive issues, some of them popular, some of them not so popular. And we offer up our research and our opinions to people running for office and people who are currently holding office. Sometimes they listen, sometimes they don't. And it's very rare when you find a candidate that can literally give you your own talking points back. And that's literally what happened when Karen Rubel called me and sat me down with Gary to talk about some of the issues and positions that are important to him, important to PLAN, and important to the state of Nevada. A lot of those are really tough issues, and they're not popular. They're things like water rights, LGBT rights, economic justice, tax and revenue, the way we tax entities and individuals in this state, the regressive nature of taxes in this state. And a lot of candidates, or very few candidates, I should say, actually line up on those issues in a progressive way, and in the way that Gary does. And so it's such an incredible thrill to find those kind of folks running for office. And we certainly need more of them, a lot more of them, to get through some of the tough economic times that we're going through now and that we're going to be going through. So as all of you know, I'll talk to you real quickly about a new issue that we're working on at PLAN, and it's a mining tax initiative. And everyone is familiar with what happened in the last legislative session, and most certainly familiar with the huge budget shortfall that we just got through in the special legislative session. Most of that was handled with cuts. None of them were very pleasant. They were cuts to education, higher education, social services, and human services, and they're absolutely terrible. Public safety, a lot of these things are going to be continue getting cut. With the economic outlook as it is, in the next legislative session, we're looking at an additional $3 billion shortfall. So that's going to make this special session look like a picnic. And we need really strong progressive people that aren't afraid to stand up and say what's right and do what's right in Carson City when that happens. So I'm going to certainly be doing everything I can to make sure Gary's there, and I know you all are, and we've got to make sure that happens. But back to that issue, that difficult issue, the mining tax issue. The way we tax mining in this state, the mining industry actually wrote the Constitution in 1864. So they wrote themselves into it. That was pretty clever. Who wouldn't, I suppose? And we are limited in the way that we tax them to no less than 5% of their net proceeds, or no more than 5% of their net proceeds, which is basically anything that they define it as. So they contribute about 0.5% to the state's general fund. So a good example is the gaming industry, which just posted a 5.6 or 5.8, I don't remember, $1 billion loss. The mining industry just posted an equal profit. And the gaming industry, despite that loss, paid 22 times in taxes what the mining industry did. We get more revenue from cigarettes than we do from mining, from alcohol than we do from mining, and from concerts in the state than we do from the mining industry. So the only way to change that is by constitutional initiative, and that's something that we've launched at PLAN. So if you see us out and about, make sure you sign that initiative and do everything you can to support us. We have a website. It's nevadafairminingtax.org, and I'll talk to folks when Gary's done speaking if people have questions about that. So, but again, I'm delighted to be here and so thrilled that we do have candidates like Gary running, and so let's do everything we can to make sure we send them to Carson City in what's going to be a horrible legislation.
You can't wait.